Hi, this is the business guy. I have asset protection attorney Jonathan Amslam next to me. We're going to talk about asset protection and information that you can personally use to protect your assets from lawsuits if you're under legal attack. We set up structures such as trusts, LLCs, properly special type of LLCs, international structures, and we can set up the strongest asset protection for you to protect what's yours and what you've worked so hard for. So give me an example of the type of people who contact us.
All types, professionals, entrepreneurs, doctors, attorneys, pilots, you name it. Anybody that's got anything worth protecting is contacting us.
Yeah. The three things that people want, everybody wants before they do business with somebody. They want to trust and connect with you. They want to trust the company, and they want to love what they're acquiring to as a solution. So, why can they trust Yanni?
Well, they can trust Yanni because I dare anybody to find an attorney that's set up more asset protection structures than I have. I handle all my cases personally. We take care of clients in ways that I don't know that anyone else in this industry takes care of. We walk clients through the entire process. We set up structures that cover absolutely everything. Private equity, real estate, you name it, we can cover it.
Yeah, and as the CEO of Asset Protection Planners for 33 years, the last several years since we've worked together and joined forces here, I've never seen such an incredible job done with walking clients through step by step and hand-holding after they set up their asset protection structure. Because the process is, people call us, they explain their situation, we listen, and we work together to develop a specific strategy to protect their specific assets and what they have. So we use trusts, asset protection trusts, and that can be domestic or international. LLCs, we set up, typically we'll put an LLC inside the trust. They're the manager on the LLC, the signature on the bank account. If they need our law firm, an international law firm, to step in to protect them, that's an option to stand in the way of the courts ordering them to turn over their funds to the courts. So, but I've never seen as good a customer service after people buy. So people, acquire our services, and they wonder, okay, I think I can trust these guys, but I'm not quite sure. Well, we want to put the stake in solid that after people become clients, it's like, wow, these guys are great. That's our goal, because we really want to take super good care of people. So that's why we'll have a Zoom call after people become clients, and we'll walk people through step by step through the paperwork, so that they feel like they're really, really taken care of, and they are. So that's I've never seen as happy customers in the last several years, because the plan that Yanni's put together to take care of clients.
That's right.
Yeah.
Asset protection can feel overwhelming anytime you're restructuring your assets. It's a lot of paperwork. It can feel like it's too much, like you don't have time. But working with our team, we make it so easy.
So Joe has $3 million in a stock market portfolio, has a construction company, has a personal residence worth $850,000. It's free and clear, and 4 rental properties. What would you do for Joe, who just maybe rear-ended somebody in their car and is getting sued for more than their insurance covers?
Sure. Well, that's a pretty typical case. First we would find out what state that you're in, get a little bit more detail about the situation. But once we have the facts and we know what we need to do to move forward, typically in a situation like that, we'll put the properties into land trusts. We'll strip the equity using an offshore company.
Now, why properties into land trusts?
Well, we put properties into land trusts primarily because in a lot of states we want to avoid reassessment. When we're talking about changing title to a property, there's a lot of states where that's going to increase your property tax if you put it into an LLC, for example. But we use land trusts because they're an extremely versatile tool. You can change title in most states without any tax or complication, really. So land trusts are incredibly versatile, so that's the reason that we use them to cover property. But on top of that, we also want to integrate an offshore structure that strips the equity on your properties and also holds the money that you have liquid offshore.
Yeah. And as 33 years I've been in this business, I think we've set up, probably 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 land trusts. And so that's a common tool just for for privacy of ownership, and it also is efficient tax-wise. What else would you do for Joe?
Well, for Joe, I'd also take a look at that construction company. We work with a tax firm. We take a look. Is it taxed like an S Corp? Is it taxed as a C Corp? Is there a asset protection restructuring that we can accomplish from a tax perspective? Getting that company on its own tax return, there could be some benefits. We would also want to, apart from making sure that the company is taxed optimally, we want to make sure that ownership is optimal given the risk profile, and we might even have liens against that company as well.
Yeah, and that's another thing. We have to make sure that we include the tax benefits within the structure, and we also have licensed tax advisors.
We do
on our team that help our clients and find. Most CPAs are form filler outers. We have specialists that help legally reduce taxes, and emphasize legally. For example, we just had a client. We just saved them $300,000 a year in taxes, and so we incorporate that. Now, keep in mind that you don't save money by setting up offshore structures, because U.S. people are taxed on worldwide income. So I'm not talking about it from that aspect, but there are certain tax strategies that people can take advantage of legally, according to the tax code, and we've saved clients tons of money. Our goal is that we save people more in tax every year than whatever our costs are.
That's right.
Maybe by a factor of 3 or 10 or 20.
Yeah, that's right.
Year after year after year too.
And so we want to integrate those strategies into your asset protection. If we're going to take the plunge together and restructure your assets, we want to make sure that it's comprehensive, that we cover everything.
Yeah. And in addition, what else would you do for Joe?
Well, for Joe, we'd set up the offshore trust in the Cook Islands or Belize, whichever jurisdiction is right for the client. That trust would own an offshore holding company. That holding company would strip the equity on all the properties using liens, and each property would go into its own land trust with a Wyoming LLC trustee. And just as an added security measure, we'd probably have the offshore company own a UCC1 against the business, which is a lien. It's a lien against personal property, which in this case would be the shares of the business.
Yeah, so like we talk about in other videos with equity stripping strategies, is to strip the equity out of the real estate so it makes it unattractive to take. And we talk about that if you look at our real estate asset protection videos. You'll see more information about that. Anything else?
That's right. Well, that strategy should be effective at covering those assets, but of course, we look at every single detail of any client's case.
Right.
And so when you talk to us, it's, we got you covered.
Right, very good. Yeah, so, why can they trust, so that now trust and connect with you, and you're an asset protection attorney on our team. Yanni and I work together, same company, assetprotectionplanners.com. And so trust and connect with you, I think we've established that. Trust and connect with a company. Why can you trust our company? Why?
Well, we've been around. We've been doing this longer than anybody else. I don't think that there's any company, in fact, I know there isn't any company that's set up more trust than we have.
Yeah.
And with our...
the Cook Islands Trust, nobody has set up more Cook Islands Trust in our organization. And in fact, the Cook Islands government and our law firm trustee has confirmed that nobody even comes close to the number of Cook Islands trusts for asset protection we've established. Why Cook Islands? Well, because U.S. courts don't have jurisdiction over our foreign law firm, foreign trustees, and it simply works. And so, U.S. courts say, give me the money. Our trustee, our law firm, trustee company, law firm says, no, not going to. You don't have jurisdiction here. And it's been the most robust asset protection. Our law firm in the Cook Islands is licensed, meaning they went through extensive background checks to get a license. We've been using them for almost 30 years now. They're bonded with an insurance company, and the older I get, the more I watch the less I listen to what people say, and the more I watch what they do. And that's why people trust us, because we've been around the block. We've seen the track record, the behavior of our trustee law firm personnel in the Cook Islands for almost 3 decades, and that pattern of trust and trustworthiness. I've never in the history seen a trustee act without integrity. So it's a very integrous jurisdiction. The regulators are on top. They want to make sure they maintain the reputation, because just one act of malfeasance would ruin the entire industry. One thing gets in the news, it's done. So that's why their reputation and the integrity is such a high. They have such a high standard of trustworthiness. So trust and connect with you.
That's right.
I think we've established that. Trust and connect with the company.
That's right.
We have the largest asset protection company nationally, and love the product. I think you've established that.
Yeah.
Why the Cook Islands Trust is the right thing for many people, for the right people have assets. What would be the minimum asset minimum asset value somebody should have to justify a Cook Islands Trust?
That's a good question, and it's a question that a lot of our clients ask. I would say that it's very dependent on the situation and the type of assets that you have, but
Right.
I would say at the bare minimum, you'd want to have at least $500,000 in assets, total net worth, to consider this. And of course, we'd have to take into account your risk profile.
Right.
But if that sounds like you, if it sounds like something that you think might be a good choice for you, give us a call.
So how do you contact us? You visit assetprotectionplanners.com and you fill out a consultation form, and then we follow up with you. There's also a phone number on our website, so you can talk with our one of our attorneys or consultants, and we're glad to help. So we just care about our clients. We want to make sure we're doing a good job, make sure we're doing the right thing, and want to be we already are the leader in the industry, and we want to stay that way. And you can only stay that way if you really take care of people. So that's what it's all about, is really thinking about the other guy, thinking about the client, and making sure we're doing the right thing. So
that's right. Contact us. Find out why we're the best. Yeah.
So we really appreciate you watching. If you want to see more information like this, click subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. That's helpful. And we'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.